Hello, ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between beyond. My name is Taylor, and welcome to Instance, an adorable picture-placing scrapbooking game that released on June 7th, 2025. Now, full disclosure, I was given a key through Press Engine. Thank you to Press Engine for that key, as well as the developer and publisher, Endflame. Now, weirdly enough, this game has three publishers: Endflame, Nexting, and Space Jazz. Not sure why that is, but thank you to all the publishers for this code. Let's get right into it. Instance, as I said, is an adorable kind of scrapbooking photo placing game. Now, for those of you, my audience, who are under the age of, let's say 25, you might not know that photos used to come in a physical form. You used to have to go and get your photos developed at like a Walmart or a photo center, and they had to do it in a very specific room. You had to wait an hour, it used to be days. And people used to do what's known as scrapbooking. Think of it like physical archiving of photos and organizing timelines, much like many social medias do now. So in this game, you play as a young woman who is contacted by different family members and friends to kind of put together scrapbooks highlighting different points in either her life or their lives. You get contacted by your mom, your dad, your brother, your uncle, your grandmother from both sides of your family, just to put together different portions, different timelines of events for different major events in their lives or in yours. And it's an adorable game. I loved it so much. Now, for full disclosure, I did get 100% in the game, as in I did get all the achievements, which you can easily do by just playing through the full game and then doing one thing that I'll get into later. So this is not a long game. I played for 1.5 hours, about 90 minutes. And again, got every achievement, did everything I could in the game. That being said, I love this game. I love these types of games at the right times. This very much reminded me of a game called Unpacking, which I don't think I've ever covered on the channel. Also got all achievements in that. Also loved it. They're gorgeous, relaxing, enjoyable times. It reminds me of times that I've had with my own family. I had very different experiences to the ones in the photos, and I don't have a lot of photos of that, but I look back at the memories that I had with my family. I look back at, say, again, Facebook timelines, Facebook photos of family and friends who have posted their lives on Facebook. I have not. And I think back to the memories. I have a photo of my grandparents sitting on my desk, as well as a photo with my cousin and I. And those memories live on forever. And it's just really nice to not necessarily have a reason to relive them, but have an experience of someone else reliving their memories, of seeing this story being told. And it's just so adorable what's in many of these pictures and what the stories that they're telling without any words. It's really lovely. So, the actual gameplay is very simple. You just place photos in a scrapbook in chronological order from left to right. So the farther right you go, the later it is in the timeline. Now you're probably thinking that sounds pretty simple, and it is. That's the whole point. It's meant to be a simple game. However, there is a bit of a wrinkle. You can add different decorations such as colored tape, stickers, writing, and other little flourishes to make the book look more personal, to make it look more fun and quirky. You can change the background of the scrapbook paper itself. Now, I've seen some really creative options online, like really creative designs. I am not that kind of person. I am much more minimalist. I'll put a sticker here, a sticker there, and kind of move on, because I want the photos to really speak for themselves. But even in the trailer, and I'll maybe include a little bit of trailer footage here, it shows what you can really get away with, how creative you can really be, and I think it's awesome. I am not the right person for this, but I know so many people who would just take this and run with it. Oh, it's so good. It's so nice for just a relaxing afternoon experience. Like I said, hour and a half and you're done with the game. Now, you might be thinking, well, what kind of rewards are there? And there's not really much. You do get little tokens for completing each level, and using these tokens, you can buy different snacks, drinks, or music players, cassette players specifically, for your character to interact with. So you can click on the cookies to eat them, or make it a cake, or fruit, or whatever you feel like. You can take a sip of your drink, and you can play different music tracks from the different MP3 players. So, overall, I think this is a great game to just download, to sit down, spend, an hour and a half with, and just enjoy it. Take some time to remind yourself of the memories you have with family or friends, or just anywhere. Maybe you don't really have that many close family or friends, and you decided, hey, I'm gonna take a solo vacation, and you have great memories of that. Those are the kinds of feeling this game evokes. The feelings of memory, the feelings of better times. But it also serves as a reminder as to how we all got here, what we've gone through in our lives, and what experiences we've had. Now, I know I've kind of talked vaguely about the game, but there's really not a lot here in terms of gameplay, and that's not a bad thing. I think it does exactly what it's trying to be. It doesn't, go on endlessly, and it doesn't have, multiple storylines that you can put together, because it doesn't need to. The game's not meant to be this endlessly replayable thing. It's a short, brilliant, tight experience that I think is great. Now, it does retail for $15.49 Canadian, or original equivalent, I'm assuming around $15 US. And some people might look at $15 and go, I want more than an hour and a half. And I fully understand that. However, this game, I think, is priced reasonably for the experience that it offers, and I think if you're the right person, you can say $15, sure, why not? If this game is not for you, I fully understand. But I think what the devs have made here is amazing, because we don't always need these big action-packed adventures of, let's say Clair Obscur Expedition 33, which I also loved, also got all achievements in that. Played this almost immediately after. The stark contrast, and again, they're two very, exceedingly different games, but they're both, in my opinion, necessary for the gaming space to really feel, not necessarily inclusive, but feel right, because sometimes you want to play something super action-packed like Clair Obscur, and sometimes you want to sit curled up with a book, nice cup of cocoa, because I don't drink coffee, just say in an hoodie or a warm blanket, and play something like this. This is the nice rainy day game that I love on occasion. Not all the time by any means, but definitely on occasion. Alright, I have spent enough of your time. Link for the game is down in the description below. Please do check it out. I think it's a fantastic game. I hope more people purchase it, and I hope you find enjoyment out of it. I hope this video brings back memories for you that you may not have thought of in a long time. With all that being said, this game has been officially table tested, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.